Okay, so now we're going to be preparing this to put it back up. We've done a test fit to make sure we know how to get around things and what has to move. Now, these gaskets, they do have a rubber O-ring on the inner seal, and I've seen at least one video and tutorial where they just put the gasket up by itself, the metal gasket, with that rubber edge on it. But when I spoke to my motor mechanic, he said no, they always put some sealant on it. I've got one here. You can see here oil resistant, and down here oil pans. So this is the one I've gone for. It's an RTV, 100% silicone. This RTV means it dries when it comes in contact with the air, or actually I think when it comes in contact with the moisture in the air. So we're just going to do a little circle around each of these. I'm actually going to put it on the gasket because I don't want to put silicone where the rubber is here. I just want to put a circle around each bolt, come along and join them. So we're going to leave this to do its thing. And that's also going to stop the silicone. As we pull the bolts up, it's going to stop the silicone from squeezing in because that's lower, that's higher. So we don't want silicone inside here where it can get picked up in the oil feed. We're going to be putting just a very small amount on because this is going to bolt up quite tight. And we don't want excess, spudging around everywhere, ending up where it doesn't need to end up. So we're going to put it onto the gasket. And then we're going to put the gasket onto here. Then we're going to put another layer on the gasket of the silicone, do exactly the same thing on the top of it. Then we're going to lift this up into place, and we'll put a couple of bolts, one bolt on each end to start with to hold it up. And then we'll just put all the bolts in. We're going to do them up just loose, just bring them up to touch, but not tighten them. This is the directions for this one here. It says to leave it then for an hour, and then pull them up to tight after an hour when the silicone's skinned, because if you just push it up too quickly, it just all spudges out and there's no silicone left. So we're going to pull it up just lightly, get all the bolts in, get them all just lightly done up, wait an hour, and then we're going to tighten them up, and then we're just going to go with the procedure putting everything back together.
This here is the transmission oil cooler, and it has a Torx screw in it, and we need to remove that in order to get the movement we need on these pipes, and obviously we need to put that back. This is the sump back on now. See, we've got just a little bit of silicone out here, so I'm very, very happy with that. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's had overnight to dry, so we're ready to put all this back together, put oil in it, and start it again.